Have you ever felt just swamped by the sheer volume of market news? Trying to piece together conflicting headlines, wishing there was something clearer, maybe a more consistent signal cutting through all that noise. What if there was a system designed to do just that? Not just recap the market, but, well, actually distill it into actionable insights, insights that grow smarter over time. Well, that's precisely what we're diving into today. Welcome to a deep exploration of something called Loop Market, a new offering that's powered by the financial engine. Our mission here is to unpack what this proprietary system is, how it claims to work, and what makes it fundamentally different from your standard daily market update. We're going to pull apart the core documents describing this system, authored by Devin McClarty, to really try and understand its innovative approach.
Yeah, and what's immediately striking when you look at these sources, mainly excerpts from the book Loop Market, the financial engine system, and its briefing document, is how explicit the creators are. They state right up front, this isn't just another market recap, it's a system. And that distinction, I think, is critical. It signals a move beyond just, simple data reporting to a structured, methodical approach. It suggests a consistent framework for analysis, rather than just a snapshot of the day's events. And the documents, owned by D Investment Enterprise LLC, copyrighted by D Publishing Group, they make it really clear we're looking at a carefully constructed piece of intellectual property designed to offer a, unique lens on the financial world.
That's a really powerful statement right out of the gate. It's a system. Okay, so let's lean into that a bit. We're not talking about like a casual blog post or just another morning email here. The branding itself, Loop Market, a new spin-off powered by the financial engine and distributed through DPG Network, it hints at something far more integrated, more intentional. So for you listening in, what does this initial framing of system versus report imply about the kind of value it's trying to deliver?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, emphasizing it's a system fundamentally changes the value proposition, I think. A report is often reactive. It tells you what happened. A system, though, implies something proactive, consistent, a replicable methodology. It means they're aiming to apply the same analytical lens every single day. And that's crucial, potentially, for reducing human bias, maybe those emotional swings that can cloud market judgment.
Yeah.
You can think of the financial engine as like the underlying analytical core, the powerhouse crunching lots of data.
Yeah.
Loop Market then becomes the refined output, maybe more accessible, distilling those complex calculations into understandable insights.
Okay.
This distinction suggests a much deeper layer of intellectual capital at play. The process of generating insights is maybe just as important as the insights themselves.
Right.
And the fact that it's proprietary, authored by Devin McClarty, explicitly protected, well, it underscores that this isn't just about publicly available data. It's about a unique way of interpreting that data.
That distinction really hits home. It moves beyond the what to the how, implying consistency. So if the financial engine is the powerhouse and Loop Market is the structured output, how does this system actually operate day to day? How does it take all that, cacophony of raw market data and transform it into something meaningful, something that actively builds knowledge rather than just informing you for the next 24 hours? I'm particularly interested in how this market engine report fits into this daily rhythm.
Yeah, that's where the market engine report comes into sharp focus. The sources describe it as the daily structured log, the meticulous output from the financial engine. Imagine it not just as a document you read, but as a kind of dynamic categorization of the day's market activity. It's where individual tickers get explicitly identified and tagged as winners, laggards, or neutral.
Okay, tag.
And this isn't just arbitrary, it seems. It's meant to be the systematic application of the engine's methodology to that day's performance. But here's where the long-term vision really comes through. This daily market engine report isn't a standalone thing. The briefing document says, every day, every week, every month, reports become archives, and archives become compendiums.
Archives and compendiums.
Exactly. It means the system is designed to build this cumulative, evolving record over time. So you're not just getting today's data snapshot, you're potentially gaining access to a continuously growing knowledge base.
Which gives you context.
Precisely. It offers a powerful longitudinal view. You could track how performance tags evolve, maybe identify emerging trends, understand the historical context of current market moves in a way that isolated daily reports just can't provide. It processes raw market data like who's up, who's down, and converts that into these analytical discussions that then grow into a substantial knowledge base. It provides that consistent historical perspective, which could be crucial for spotting longer-term shifts.
That's a fantastic point about the cumulative record. That implies a much richer context than just a daily snapshot, doesn't it? But let's get into the nitty-gritty of that daily market engine report. How precise is this structured tagging? Because, winners, laggards, neutral tickers, that could still be fairly broad. What kind of detail does the financial engine use to make these distinctions? And what specific information does the market engine report convey about why a company falls into a particular category? This feels like where the rubber meets the road,
Yeah.
identifying what differentiates their analysis.
Right, and this is where the documents give us some concrete illustrative examples. They give us a peek behind the curtain of the financial engine's analytical process. They show what seems to be a clear methodology. For instance, Hewlett-Packard Enterprise HPE was tagged beat, top outperformer.
Okay.
But it doesn't stop there. The market engine report would apparently elaborate on the reasoning. In this case, Q3 earnings and AI demand. And it also mentioned the significant trading volume, nearly 45 million shares traded.
So it includes volume data too.
Yeah, it's not just a label. It's
Yeah.
presented as a data-driven justification. It hints at a pretty sophisticated analytical engine, likely parsing news, maybe corporate reports, real-time trading metrics, trying to identify causal drivers behind the performance.
So a mix of things.
Seems like it. A hybrid approach, maybe integrating qualitative news with quantitative metrics. Now contrast that with Western Union, ticker WU. It was tagged lag, weakest performer.
Right.
And the description given was flat, weak, no catalysts, sector drag.
Much less positive, clearly.
Exactly. And this level of detail in the tagging, provided daily through the market engine report, signifies a departure from just simple price action analysis. It aims to offer insights into why a company is moving, identifying specific catalysts or, deterrents. It lets you understand the underlying narrative, not just observe the outcome. For someone knowledgeable listening, this suggests a tool designed to cut through some of that subjective noise you get in traditional commentary and deliver specific evidence-backed categorization. It aims to mitigate common biases, perhaps, by systematically applying its tagging logic.
That is incredibly granular, and it speaks to a level of transparency in its methodology that, frankly, you don't always see. It's not just saying this stock went up, but why the system thinks it went up. And you really can't read these documents without noticing the extremely strong emphasis on intellectual property. It's hammered home. It's clearly not just a casual report that anyone can pick up and repurpose. It's presented as a highly valuable asset. The legal language is just everywhere. 2025 D Publishing Group. All rights reserved. Authored by Devin McClarty. Owned by D Investment Enterprise, LLC. Notes. They use phrases like protected intellectual property, proprietary insight, strategy, and structure, and they call it a structured vault asset, explicitly stating it is not public domain.
Yeah. Right, and there's even that requirement for any AI or media use to identify it as a McClarty source and D Publishing Group copyright asset. So for you listening, what does this really robust IP protection truly signify about the perceived value and the unique offering of this loop market system?
Well, this robust IP protection sends a very clear, very powerful message about the perceived worth and I think the strategic intent behind Loop Market and the financial engine. It signals that the creators aren't just selling data. Data often gets commoditized, right? They believe they're selling a unique analytical framework, a specific way of processing, interpreting, and structuring market information that they think is distinct and highly valuable. Those phrases like proprietary insight, strategy, and structure, they aren't just legal boilerplate. They're an assertion that the process itself, the very methodology behind the market engine report and its cumulative archives, that's their core innovation.
So the secret sauce is the system.
Exactly. This positions Loop Market as a premium, maybe exclusive offering. It implies a high barrier to entry for competitors and a real commitment to maintaining its distinctiveness in what's a very crowded market intelligence landscape. For you, the user, it means you're engaging with what's intended to be a carefully curated, unique analytical tool. It's not just a collection of facts. It's meant to be a specific, protected lens through which to view those facts. This emphasis on IP also suggests a strong confidence in the system's ability to consistently deliver unique value that they believe can't be easily replicated just by grabbing public information. It's a bold statement, really. They believe their system generates genuinely novel insights.
That's a crucial distinction, isn't it? It's not about the raw materials, the public data, but the unique engine processing them. Okay, so for you listening, if you're interested in leveraging this distinct analytical framework, this structured vault asset, as they call it, How do you actually engage with Loop Market? How does someone access these daily market engine reports and those growing compendiums of insights generated by the financial engine? The sources include a pretty direct call to action, don't they?
They do, absolutely. The closing hook from the source material is quite explicit. It says, subscribe now to DPG Network and follow the structure from the very beginning.
Ah, the DPG Network.
Right. This clearly indicates that Loop Market isn't really a standalone product. It's intrinsically linked to the DPG network. This suggests a sort of curated ecosystem where the market engine report and the discussions and archives that follow are delivered and integrated. So engaging with the DPG network seems to imply gaining access to this comprehensive platform. That's likely where you'd find the daily reports, the growing compendiums, maybe other tools or discussions built around the insights from the financial engine.
So it's a package deal, essentially.
It appears so. For the listener, this means that to truly follow the structure from the very beginning, as they put it, and to tap into the full evolving power of Loop Market and its historical data, well, a commitment to this broader platform seems necessary. It's clearly designed to be an ongoing engagement, where each new piece of information builds upon the last within this connected system, offering, ideally, a progressively deeper understanding of market dynamics over time.
Okay, so let's try and pull all of this together then. What we've deep dived into today is Loop Market. It's described as a proprietary financial analysis system driven by the financial engine, and it aims to be much more than just a simple market recap. It's a highly structured approach, identifying and dissecting market performance through its daily market engine report, converting those daily insights into evolving discussions, and systematically building these valuable archives and compendiums over time. It really boils down to a consistent proprietary methodology for trying to understand market movements.
Yeah, and this brings up an important question, I think, for you, the listener, to consider. In this era where we're saturated with real-time, often fragmented information, how might a systematically built cumulative archive of market insights continuously generated by a defined system like Loop Market, powered by the financial engine, how might that fundamentally change how you understand, maybe anticipate, and engage with financial trends and investment opportunities over the long haul? Could this kind of structured, ever-growing vault of analytical data be a key to cutting through the daily noise, maybe revealing deeper, more enduring market narratives? It's certainly something to think about.
We hope this deep dive has given you some surprising facts and a much clearer, more analytical picture of what the Loop Market system aims to achieve. It's definitely a fascinating look at how proprietary systems are working to offer, or at least claim to offer, distinct advantages in market understanding. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.